Since COVID-19 hit, work life has looked different for many people. Long office days have been replaced by working from home, and the busy rush hour periods from pre-COVID days have become almost non-existent. For essential workers, working remotely hasn't been an option. For the greater population, the notion of going back into the office is picking up again, and New Yorkers are reevaluating their commute. In other cities, many people have the option to drive themselves to work. But for people that live in New York City, driving was never part of the equation and is not an available reality. Commuters are now opting for city bike rides, long walks, and rideshare apps to reduce their contact with others. Lauren Steiner is a PR coordinator in New York. While she still works from home most days, she's now required to return to the office a couple times a week.
They were paying for our Ubers for a while, actually, until probably 2 weeks ago. I am going into just taking the subway, but I don't feel super comfortable with it, so I've been taking Ubers and just paying for it on my own since I can't really expense those kinds of things anymore. I got COVID-19 right at the beginning of the whole outbreak, so it was kind of hard to work while also being very sick and scared of what could happen. Since I did have COVID, I am very cautious about everything that I'm doing now. If I get on the subway and someone's not wearing a mask, then I'll switch cars.
Subway stations are congested all the time, and the last place anyone would want to be during a pandemic. But for many, there is no other option.
The MTA has added new technology to keep commuters safe from the virus, from air filters to ultraviolet light. But not everyone feels comfortable using the notoriously busy subway system to get to work.
Megan Baumer is an account associate for Haddad Brands and is adjusting to life in the office full-time.
I'm a recent 2020 graduate who moved to New York City in the middle of the pandemic. I definitely thought that whatever job I got after graduation would be remote, because most people are working remotely right now. So it was definitely interesting to know that I would be working in office because it's not an essential worker position. I've never taken the subway by myself before. So on my first day of work, I Ubered there, and the HR lady actually told me that they are giving all employees up to $35 a day of Uber credit to commute to and from work. So if I know that my Uber credit, I've already used most of it for the day, then I'll just probably walk home, which is about a 50-minute walk, but I would still prefer that over taking the subway home.
In spite of the impact of COVID-19 on commuters, the New York workforce is slowly returning and proving that when New Yorkers are faced with challenges, they don't run away. They mask up and adapt. Reporting for NYU, this is Claire Wright.